Alright, what's up everyone? So happy new year! One of the things that's really popular here in Japan during the year time is buying lucky bags. I'm sure you've probably seen a lot of videos online already where people go out, they buy these mystery bags from a lot of these stores on New Year's Day, they open them, and they're filled with basically a bunch of random, sometimes pre-made custom items inside of them. So in this video, we're going to be opening New Year's lucky bags. The bags themselves cost a varying range of prices, and the goods inside of them are usually also a mystery as well. It really depends on the store though. A lot of stores will also put on display what's actually inside the bags before you buy them, and usually the cost of the goods inside the bags are supposed to total the cost of the bag itself, if not exceed that. And I think in the past, these lucky bags were meant to get rid of excess goods that stores were not able to sell throughout the year. So they would put them all in a miscellaneous bag for you to buy at the end of the year to get rid of excess stock. I think in the most recent years, a lot of stores, they actually make special items to go into the bags themselves. That's really popular for all the larger store brands as well. And then another thing that has also changed is that usually you would have to be physically in Japan on New Year's Day in order to wake up early and line up at the stores before you actually buy them, because you buy them physically in person. But I think for a lot of the major brands or brands that are becoming more popular for the lucky bags, they actually make you reserve the bags online ahead of time, and then you pick them up in the stores physically around New Year's. A couple days after that is also okay as well, but they'll usually give you a deadline of when you have to pick them up by. So yeah, I've lived in Japan for 2 years now. I have been here for a total of 3 New Year's days, and this is actually the very first time where I bought lucky bags for myself. The first 2 years that I was here, I was fairly new. I didn't really know too much about lucky bags themselves, and by the time I did actually learn about them, most of the ones that you were able to reserve online, you have to reserve them a few months in advance, and I had already missed those deadlines, and I wasn't going to be here physically on New Year's Day in Japan to line up for them. So in the past 2 New Years, I was not able to get any lucky bags, but this New Year's, I was actually pretty on top of things. So I made a couple reservations ahead of time. So I have a few lucky bags to show you guys. Okay, so I have 5 bags in total. 2 of them are interestingly boxes, not bags themselves, because I guess they were shipped to the stores in boxes and they were not opened. So I have to open the box myself. But yeah, I guess let's go ahead and look at the very first bag that I have. So this is the very first bag that I got. This is the Mos Burger lucky bag, and actually for this year they collabed with One Piece. I believe in the past they've done collabs with in this bag, there are a lot of One Piece themed merch, and I guess let's take a look at what's inside of it. So I guess the very first thing, the bag itself is One Piece themed, and I guess that is also part of the appeal of it. I don't really watch One Piece myself, so I probably will just recycle this bag, but let's take a look at what's inside of it. So yeah, for the bag itself, it costed 5,000 yen, which roughly translates to about $50 if the yen was not so weak. And everything in this bag is supposed to exceed or meet the price of what I paid for it here. And I guess spoiler, for all the bags I bought this time around for this New Year's, I actually really wanted to make sure that I was getting my money's worth out of it. So a lot of bags actually come from convenience stores or restaurants where they would give you coupons that will at least somewhat meet the price of the bag itself. So this one costed 5,000 yen, and I believe it comes with a bunch of coupons that will at least get me close to that 5,000 yen price which I paid for the bag itself. Okay, so yeah, let's take a look at what's inside the bag. I ordered all these bags at least 2 or 3 months in advance, so by this point I don't really have any idea what's supposed to be inside of them. So I guess opening these bags are going to still be a surprise for me. Let's take a look at the biggest item that I have in here. Okay, so I guess this is the first item. It comes in this Mos Burger box. Let's see what's inside of it. Oh, so I guess very first up is this chopper themed water bottle. I guess it's a pretty standard reusable water bottle. The bottle itself is plastic. There is an image of Chopper on it, and then it also has its hat as the cap for it. Honestly, it's pretty cute. If you are a big Chopper fan, I'm sure that you would like this bottle. I think it's a good collectible item. And then other than that, the box also comes with this. Oh, okay, so I guess this is a Luffy. So I guess this is the case. There's a little straw hat on the top, and then inside of it, it comes with these hands, which are actually tongs. I believe that the idea is to use these to pick up fries and eat them with, similar to how Disneyland sells Mickey-shaped tongs for you to use to eat popcorn with. I guess this is for you to pick up fries from Mos Burger and not get your hands dirty with. So yeah, this is pretty cool. I remember that this was actually the item that I was the most interested in out of the entire box because I feel like this is a pretty interesting thing to have, and I do kind of like how they look. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Other than that, the box also comes with this. It is a giant Luffy, I guess, clear file. Japan is really into that kind of stuff. And then this bag also comes with a little one-piece Mos Burger themed hand towel as well. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like this. I don't really know how often I use hand towels, but I do like the design and thought of it. Oh, and then it also comes with one special one-piece themed trading card as well for the game. I don't play the card game, but I think this is also still pretty cool to have. And then I guess also the most important thing is the coupons. So this... So the lucky bag itself comes with 10 500 yen coupons, which equals 5,000 yen, which is actually the cost of the bag itself. So already this bag pays for itself if I use all these coupons. But interesting enough, I don't need a Mos Burger. I've never been inside a Mos Burger before. The very first time I've been inside a Mos Burger was actually to pick up this bag. So I am pretty interested to see what items they have. I guess now that I have the coupons, I will be sure to use them because I want to get my money's worth. But yeah, I guess excited to try Mos Burger for the very first time. These coupons expire March 31st. So I guess I have roughly 2 months left to use them. But yeah, I think overall this bag is pretty worth it just because these coupons itself is the price of the bag. And then you get all this limited edition one-piece Mos Burger themed items. So yeah, honestly, this bag pays for itself. Let's move on to the next bag. Okay, so this is the very next bag. It comes in this pretty nice fabric tote bag, which I actually really liked. It is from Big Boy, which is also a restaurant here in Japan. They have a couple of locations throughout Tokyo, and honestly, I've never eaten at Big Boy before. I didn't really know what it was. I passed by it a few times on my way back home, but going there to pick up this bag was the very first time I even set foot inside a Big Boy. But I do remember seeing online people talking about the lucky bag, and I did like the items that were inside of it. And I did feel that it was also a good purchase because all the coupons they get inside of it did basically make up for the price of the bag itself. So I went and got it, and I guess now I gotta try out Big Boy. But I think they specialize in meat plates. I looked at the menu briefly. They had things like steak plates, chicken fillet plates. So I guess excited to try it out at some point. But yeah, let's take a look at the bag itself. Ooh. Okay, so the very first item I have here are these oven mitts. I remember that this was actually one of the items that I really wanted to get out of the bag because okay, let me show you what I'm currently using for my oven mitts. This is what I currently have for my oven mitts. These are the silicone oven mitts that you'll find in IKEA, and I only have one of them, which isn't exactly ideal if I want to carry pretty heavy things out of the oven because I only have one hand to take out with. And I don't really like these that much because they actually are not that great, I don't think, at protecting my hands from heat. I do occasionally feel the heat from them if I leave them on the pan for too long, so I'm hoping that these oven mitts are going to work a lot better than this. I actually did in the past have cloth oven mitts before I got this one, but they got kind of moldy somehow, so I threw them away. So this is basically what I've been using since then, and now I'm really excited to be able to swap them out and use new oven mitts instead. But yeah, I also actually really like the design on these oven mitts. This is a pretty cute image. I believe this guy over here is the Big Boy, and it has some of the food items I saw at the restaurant. So here's a parfait. I guess here's the skillet plate with some maybe pasta on it. These are the Hamburg steak plates that they have as well. So yeah, overall really excited for this in particular. So I guess next up is this Tupperware container thing. It's plastic. I don't really know if it's microwavable. I guess overall it's just for food storage. It is once again branded with the Big Boy logo on it. It has the mascot over there, and it has also the same food items that you'll find on the oven mitt itself, but on the container itself. And then next up we have this item. I don't know what it is. Let's open it up. Oh, this is actually pretty cool. Okay, so this is a stainless steel mug, I guess, also branded with the Big Boy logo on it. I do like the color of it. It's like an off-white color. There is no lid, but overall I do like the look and design of this mug. Yeah, I'll probably be using it. It's branded with the year. It says Hamburg and Grill Big Boy. So I guess Hamburg and Grill is what they're known for. Yeah, this is pretty cool. And then the very last item that I have inside this bag is this. I'll put it on the screen. Ooh. So these are the in-store coupons that I have. I have 6 500 coupons to use at the restaurant, which equals 3,000 yen. I think the bag itself costed 4,000 yen, so I am 1,000 yen short, but I think all the items that I got in the bag itself would definitely do make up for that. So I'm definitely happy with this purchase. I think so far, All the items in the bag itself, I actually really like. I like the design of all the characters and everything on it. And then the inside of the bag itself is also filled with the pretty cute designs and characters on it. So yeah, overall, really good bag. And then I guess for this bag in particular, one thing that I forgot to mention was that this one was a lottery system. So I had to input my email address a couple months before the actual reservation date, and then they would basically send out emails again a couple weeks afterwards that would tell you whether or not you won the lottery to purchase the bag. So yeah, I happened to win the lottery for this, so I picked it up. So I designated a day that I was gonna go and pick it up. I paid for the bag there, and then I brought it home. But yeah, I'm really excited for this. I really like all the character designs that they have everywhere. Okay, so I got tired, so I sat down. But anyways, let's move on to the next lucky bag that I have. Alright, so this is the very next lucky bag that we have. It is from Taiwan Ten Cafe, which is basically a Taiwanese boba shop. They sell boba, desserts, and some other small food items as well. This one, surprisingly, unlike the last lucky bags I have, I actually do go to and eat at. I do like the Taiwanese desserts. I feel like their drinks are pretty good as well. I do not really like their boba that much because they don't sweeten it. But I don't know that this bag does come with coupons as well, so this is definitely something that I will be using. And I will get value out of. So in my mind, this is definitely a good purchase. Okay, so yeah, let's take a look at what's inside the bag itself. From what I remember, there actually isn't very much contained in the bag. First up, we have the pineapple cakes. So this is the first one here. I think this one is the pineapple wintermelon pineapple cake. There actually were 2 pineapple cakes in this bag itself, but I ate one of them already. So we have one left. And then the rest of the items in the lucky bag actually are contained within this plastic bag here. So first up, we have a little bag of loose leaf Taiwanese Jin Shuang Oolong tea. I don't know if I've tried this tea from them before. I don't know if they have this tea as a milk tea at the store, but I decided to try this. I do really like tea, so I definitely will be drinking this at some point. And then next up, we have this eco bag. Okay, so on the back it says that it is washer machine safe. That is definitely good to know. And then it has this little strap on here to keep it all tied up. Yeah, this is what it looks like. There is a little image on the front. There is a bear and a cat. They're drinking some boba while the cat is eating an onigiri ball. And they're sitting inside a rice cooker. Honestly, the material of this bag is actually quite nice as well. It's very soft and very smooth. So yeah, I would definitely be using this. Maybe for groceries. It's kind of on the small side for groceries, but I'll find something for this. And then last but not least, we have the coupons here. Okay, so the bag itself comes with 4 500 yen coupons, which equals 2,000 yen. I have until the end of August to use. I have a bit over half a year left. And I believe the bag itself costed 2,500 yen. So paying 500 yen for a bag of loose leaf tea, 2 pineapple cakes, and also this eco bag is a pretty good deal. So yeah, overall, this was a pretty good purchase. I guess also with all these food-related lucky bags that give you coupons, the thing is that you have to use them by the time they expire in order to get the full worth out of them. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to remember to use all the coupons before they expire. All right, so now that we've finished all of the bagged items, let's move on to the last 2 that we have, which are going to be box items from the convenience stores. All right, so this is the very first other lucky bag that I have. This is from 7-Eleven. As you can see, it comes packaged in this cardboard box. Let's open it up and see what's actually inside of it. Okay, so I guess just looking at this box, I can see why it's not in the bag. Everything is just packaged separately by itself. So let's take things out and see actually what's inside the bag. First up, we have this, which I don't really know what this is. I think this is basically just a card holder. I think it's to mimic something that they actually have in the store itself. That one is paper. This one is kind of like a plastic type material, so you can reuse this. I don't honestly know what use I have for this, but I think it's cool nonetheless. And then next up we have this. Okay, so this one's actually pretty cool. I think this one is basically a bag or something like that. I think this one is supposed to just be a multi-purpose bag. It's made out of this silicone material, and the outside shape itself matches the 7-Eleven lit up signs that you find outside these convenience stores. Yeah, there's a zipper on the back here, and the inside itself is empty. There aren't any compartments in here, but the material itself is silicone-y, it's waterproof, so this is pretty cool. And then I guess next up we have this. Oh yeah, so for the 7-Eleven Lucky Bag, they do give you coupons as well. I think for these 7-Eleven ones in particular though, they are digital coupons that you can add on to your line account. So I guess if you are a foreigner here, it might not be that useful for you. You also might not have a line account already set up, so you might not be able to use the coupons anyways. But since I do live here, these will be pretty useful for me. I do go to 7-Eleven pretty often. So yeah, I will add these to my account. And then next up here, we have this 7-Eleven cloth tote bag. Oh yeah, I guess this is a pretty nice sized bag. It's fairly big, I would say. Yeah, this is a fairly big sized tote bag. And yeah, pretty cool design. I guess it's to mimic 7-Eleven bags. I don't really know how much use I have for tote bags. I feel like I have a lot of them ready in my closet. But I guess I'll see what use I have for this. And then last up in the box, we have this item here, which is, I believe, a 7-Eleven quilted thermal blanket. The outside has this nice quilted material, and on the inside it kind of has like a fuzzy interior. So I don't really know when I would use this either, because I do actually have quite a lot of blankets from other collab events. But I think the look of this is actually really nice, so maybe I will find some use for it later. Yeah. So I think for this box in particular, there are basically 2 drops for it. The first one, when I checked, was sold out, and that one you have to pick up from, I believe, January 1st to the 13th. But the second drop was the one that I actually ended up buying, and that one, from what I could tell, had a lot of availability still left when I actually went to go buy the box. That one you have to pick up from January, I think, 14 or 15 to the week after. But yeah, I think that's pretty unique to this box itself. And then also for the coupons, they're pretty different from the coupons that I got for the other restaurants and boba shop. But the coupons themselves, they are pretty limited to particular categories or products within the 7-Eleven store. It's not a generic 500 yen coupon for the entire store. It's basically like 200 yen coupons for a dessert, 500 yen coupons for an onigiri, so things like that. So it is pretty limited to what you can actually buy. Some items I may not actually eat very often, so it might be a bit more complicated to use and get my mind's worth out of. I definitely try to take advantage of that as much as I can because I do go to 7-Eleven pretty often. So yeah, that's basically it for the 7-Eleven lucky bag here. Let's move on to our very last lucky bag then. Okay, so yeah, this is the last lucky bag that we have, and if you can read Japanese, then you probably know that this is from Family Mart. And actually for this particular lucky bag, this was very, very hard to get. So basically when it dropped, it pretty much sold out instantly. A lot of people were pretty upset that they weren't able to get this box, so I'm pretty excited that I managed to get it. And yeah, I only really remember one of the items that was inside of it that a lot of people really wanted, so let's open it up and see what else is inside the box. Okay, so the very first thing that we have is basically a pamphlet that tells you every single item that's contained inside this box. So let's open up and I'll take things out and show you guys. Okay, so I think once you guys see what's inside this box, you guys will very quickly realize that there was a theme that Family Mart was going with for the lucky bags this year. So first up are these resealable Ziploc bags. They are shaped like the very iconic Family Chicky bag. So the bag says that there are 3 bags contained inside of here. Let's take a look. So yeah, this is basically what it looks like. I think that these are basically just maybe reusable Ziploc bags. I don't really know about the reusable part. I guess it depends on what you put inside of it, but yeah. The design itself, as I mentioned before, is like the paper bags that the Family Chicky comes in, which is a very, very popular item at Family Mart. And then I guess moving on to the next item, we have a Family Chicky shaped notebook. There isn't very much else to say about that. And then the next item that we have is a Family Chicky design clear file. I'm guessing at this point you guys can probably assume what exactly was the theme for this lucky bag this year for Family Mart. Next up, we have a Family Chicky side pouch. So this is the pouch itself. There's a ziploc on top, and at the top of it is attached some strings so that you can wear it as like a crossbody bag. Okay, and then very last up, we have this. This is essentially I guess this is kind of like a 2-for-1 item. This is a Family Chicky shaped pouch. I guess it can act as a pillow, but the inside of it actually contains a blanket. So there's a zipper on top, and then the blanket is contained on the inside of that. And then I don't really know if I'm gonna open up the blanket now because it might be a bit hard to put back into the packaging. But on the actual paper that they give you, they do show the design of it, which looks fairly plain. So this is what it looks like on the inside. The blanket itself, I'm guessing, is supposed to look like a Family Chicky. I'm mostly saying that because it's completely brown on the inside. But yeah. that's basically the 5 items that we got from the bag here. All of them are Family Chicky themed. We have the blanket here. We have the Family Chicky crossbody bag. We have the Family Chicky resealable Ziploc bag. The Family Chicky clear file. And the Family Chicky notebook as well. And then yeah, in addition to those, of course, we have a packet of coupons here as well. There are 23 coupons in this bag here. Let's, I guess, take a look to see which items I can use them for. So I think the value of these coupons themselves are actually really good. You get 3 free Family Chickies. I think there are also 2 300 yen coupons off of their convenience wear. And then there are also a couple of 100 yen coupons for a couple of the other very popular items that Family Mart sells, like their souffle pudding cake thing. And then also their onigiri balls as well. And then yeah, it looks like all these coupons expire May 31st. So I do still have quite a few months to use. I think 4 months to use all of them. So yeah, this was pretty worth it. And yeah, that's basically it for this haul, I guess. All the lucky bags I got this year, they were all very worth it. I feel like lucky bag information is very hard to find unless you spend a lot of time on Japanese blogs or websites. There isn't very much English information out there on them, so I don't really have very much advice on how to actually find them. I think you just have to keep your ears peeled for them as it gets closer to the new year. If you don't live in Japan, you do of course have to plan your visit so that it coincides with the actual pickup date for each of the items themselves, because you do need to pick them up physically in the store. They won't ship it to you, so that also might be an issue for some people, but overall it's a pretty fun thing. And yeah, so I guess some parting words for these lucky bags. There are multiple different varieties for them. Some of them you have to land physically in the store in order to get them. Some of them you have to make reservations a couple months in advance and place your orders there. And then for others as well, you have to enter a lottery, so you're not guaranteed them until they actually tell you that you won the lottery. And yeah, that's basically it for this lucky bag haul for 2025. I guess let me know if there were any interesting lucky bags that you've seen so far this year on other videos. Pretty interested to see what else people got. And yeah, that's basically it for this video. Thank you guys for staying here, watching this far along into the video, and I guess I'll see you guys in the next one.